Coco Gauff clarifies stance on whether she'll keep her new coach despite challenging form. Coco Gauff brought in Gavin McMillan after the 2025 US Open, hoping he could help sort out her well-documented serving problems. The American recorded more double faults than anyone else on the WTA Tour in 2025, and it is a problem that has not gone away this year either. Gauff had a disappointing start to her Qatar Open campaign, losing in straight sets to Elisabetta Cacciaretto. And before taking part in the Dubai Tennis Championships, she was asked whether she planned to stick with McMillan going forward. Coco Gauff believes her game is heading in the right direction despite recent setbacks. Gauff answered the question regarding McMillan, saying, "I feel like I'm trusting the process. I mean, I'm very tough on myself. It is easy to look at this and be like, I'm doing so bad. When I look at all my seasons, maybe it's something I need to fix, but in all my seasons I just haven't done well here. I'm trying to figure out the recipe." Also, in all fairness to this part of the swing, I think most players would agree they want to peak at the Grand Slams. For most of them, I still have to figure out Wimbledon. I have been doing that. It's a learning process. I think my serve is improving. I feel more comfortable going after it. The doubles are definitely less this year. I just have to trust that. Gauff has not won a title yet in 2026, with her best result being a quarter-final run at the Australian Open. Coco Gauff's history at the Dubai Tennis Championships. Gauff is set to make her sixth consecutive appearance at the Dubai Tennis Championships, having first competed in 2021. While she has yet to win the tournament, her results have been a mix of highs and lows. The 21-year-old American has reached both the quarterfinals and semifinals during that span but has also lost twice in the opening round. Last year, Gauff was knocked out in straight sets by fellow American Macartney Kessler in the second round. This time around, she will open against either Anna Kalinskaya or Yelena Ostapenko after receiving a first round by Coco Gauff, a study in evolution, identity, and coaching in modern tennis. At first glance, tennis is about winners and losers, thousands of points, hundreds of matches, and a lifetime distilled into the narrow definition of success. But this sport, more than most, reveals something deeper: the complexity of human growth at elite levels. Where pressure meets expectation and talent must wrestle with improvement, Coco Gauff stands as one of the sharpest examples of that journey. Today, as fans and analysts sift through her recent slump and public spotlight, one question has emerged as a quiet pivot in her narrative: will she keep her new coach despite struggling form? The answer she provided, honest, measured, and forward-looking, shows a lot about her mindset, her purpose, and what this phase of her career truly means. The coaching landscape and why it matters. Coaching in tennis isn't just about strategy or matchday advice. It's psychological scaffolding, technical refinement, social support, and at times, emotional lifeline. Gauff's journey illustrates exactly this truth. After her breakthrough, winning a major early and ascending to a top-tier ranking, Gauff has not been afraid to make tough changes. She parted ways with her long-standing coach Brad Gilbert after a successful but ultimately strained partnership following a major title run. That kind of decision, especially when riding the wave of a slam victory, signals both confidence and introspection. She then worked with Matt Daly, focusing on technical nuances like grip and serve, crucial building blocks for someone whose athleticism and tactical base were already elite. But when technical problems lingered, especially the notoriously fickle serve, another overhaul was made. Biomechanics specialist Gavin McMillan entered the picture. This pattern, adapt, reevaluate, adapt again, isn't caprice. It's evolution, clarifying her stand. A coach, not a quick fix. In a recent statement addressing speculation about her future with her current coach, Gauff clarified that she does still intend to work with him, even though her recent form has been inconsistent. She brought McMillan in specifically to address her serve, one of the most glaring technical issues she's faced, and despite the results not instantly turning around, she's committed to the process. Her stance is notable for what it does and does not say. It does not reject coaching changes as a path forward. She has proven she's willing to take bold, uncomfortable steps to improve. It does not tie her identity to short-term results. In a sport obsessed with wins and rankings, she emphasizes long-term development. It does not reduce her coach to a scapegoat. She acknowledges the complexity of performance issues, that sometimes the mental game and the technical game intertwine in unpredictable ways. This is not a retreat. It's a long-term commitment to finding answers, not just immediate fixes. Service woes and the art of reinvention. Why the emphasis on coaching? For Gauff, much of the narrative in the last 2 seasons has been about the serve, both its mechanics and its psychological weight. Seen in slow motion, that serve tells a larger story of an elite athlete tuning fine details under intense global scrutiny. It's not trivial. It's not cosmetic. It's the business end of every point. Yet rather than blame or shame, Gauff speaks about learning to trust herself and the process, treating these challenges not as crises but as steps in her evolution. That approach, to embrace discomfort rather than recoil from it, reflects a maturity beyond her years, and make no mistake, her goals remain huge. She's a multi-Grand Slam champion, a regular contender deep into majors, and a face of the sport in an era rich with talent. What frustrates fans and pundits as a slump is for her simply a detour, an important one, on the way to mastering a more complete game. What this clarification really represents, what Gauff has done by clarifying her coaching situation, isn't just answer a headline. She's reasserted agency. She controls the narrative of her career, not critics or pundits. Acknowledged complexity, performance issues aren't single-cause, single-effect problems. Reframed adversity as strategy, short-term results don't always reflect the work being done underneath. In a sport where players often feel compelled to provide pat answers or shield their inner lives, Gauff's decision to speak openly, without defensiveness, shows leadership, more than tennis. A leader in her own right across platforms, from Grand Slam courts to press conferences, Gauff has repeatedly shown she is more than her tennis results. Her voice on social issues, her entrepreneurial spirit, and her willingness to be vulnerable in public all contribute to a rare type of sportsperson, one who transcends wins and losses. Her coaching decisions, like her shot selection, reflect intent. She is learning to innovate, refine, and build something that lasts. A career, a legacy, a life beyond the scoreboard. In the end, Coco Gauff's clarification about her coaching plans is more than a media soundbite. It's a small window into a bigger journey, one where growth, reflection, and belief replace fear of failure. Whether or not she finds immediate success on the scoreboard, she's mastering the harder game, defining success for herself on her own terms.